Good morning. Sunday morning.
Happy Sunday. Welcome to Zeducation and welcome to another episode of You Laugh, You Lose. If you're new to this channel and new to this series, the game is simple. If you laugh at anything, you lose and you have to do a punishment. What is today's punishment? Today's punishment is you have to take a shot of pickle juice in honor of Dave. As many of you know, and dill pickle, by the way. None of that sweet crap. Ugh. You know this. We've been over that. But anyways, as most of you have already surmised, and maybe you've seen the post that I posted here on YouTube, Dave is leaving. He's moving out of Minnesota, and he's going to Texas. All right, so he's moving on to bigger and better things. In about 2 weeks, I will be posting an interview, the very first interview that we will be posting here on Zeducation with Dave. It's over 2 hours long. We kind of go over his history of social media, before, after. We talk a little bit about the book, if any of you read that. So that's what you have to do today. Hopefully you guys are looking forward to that interview. Again, in about 2 weeks, I'll let you know for sure. It'll be posted right here on Zeducation for everyone. Anyways, we have to get into today's game. If you are ready for today's game, head down and like this video. And if you're new here, please make sure you are subscribed and have the bell clicked for notifications when new videos are uploaded. Now on to today's game. If you laugh, you lose. Go. Police officer, step out of the vehicle, ma'am. Me, it's 94 degrees. You get in and tell me the problem in the AC. Cops out there, have you ever done that? You're smart if you do. Dude, it's hot. Come on. I sped a little bit. Whatever. Get in. Get it. It's too hot for this. Hello? Poison control? I think I just drank some decaf. That is poison. What's the point? You like the taste of coffee that much? It's not that great. It's an acquired taste. You like it because there's caffeine. What's the point if there's no caffeine? Who here drinks decaf? Is it a placebo? Do you get a placebo effect? Maybe. When I post something offensive and someone tries to explain to me why it's offensive. Even here on Zeducation, I see those posts. Guys, maybe I don't say what you like all the time. I'm not sorry, okay? Relax. It's supposed to be a humor channel. If you don't like it, go to the next meme, I guess. Not all of you guys are like that, but I've seen it. Aging gracefully is a polite way of saying you're looking worse, but slowly. You know, not everyone looks worse when they age. Sometimes people look pretty good when they age. It's just... So I don't totally agree with this one. A woman in Madrid faked being blind for nearly 30 years to avoid small talk. Genius. Absolutely genius. I doubt that's true. If it is, that's a little crazy, but you know, small talk sucks sometimes. Daughters everywhere because dads can't say their coffee order. A lot of coffee memes today. This is me and my wife. I'm like, I don't know what you just said. That's like 8 words too long. I'll just say, black coffee, please. What size? Small. That's it. On a bad day, tough day, no sleep day, large. When you find a throwback pic of you and your friends in the 80s. How many of you grew up in the 80s? I guarantee you had pictures of yourself like this, especially if you were in high school in the 80s. It's one of the funniest things looking back at like my mom's high school pictures. It's like, you guys thought that looked good? I mean, so we make fun of the broccoli-haired kids today. I mean, they were wearing some weird stuff back in the day. Finally started watching Game of Thrones. Ed Stark seems like such a good dude. Can't wait to watch 8 seasons with this guy. Is there anyone here that is just starting Game of Thrones for the first time? You're gonna love this guy. Trust me, no spoilers. Is there anyone here that hasn't watched that, by the way? Maybe you're not into the fantasy stuff, but it's really good. It is. Hard to believe they let just about anyone make babies, but you gotta have a permit to build a shed. It's a crying shame. People should be having babies, but we shouldn't have permits for sheds on our own properties. How did we get to this point? Now I'm actually pissed. Here in Minnesota, here, like anyone in Minnesota or the Midwest, if you have a place that you have a fish house, right? That shed is not actually a shed. It's a fish house. Buy a cheap license for it, for your fish house, and don't pay the permit fee. Screw that. There you go. You're welcome. How little kids look at you and then reach into your bag of chips. Oh, yeah. You have to designate that bag of chips for kids only in the future. Our 2-year-old, she loves tortilla chips. So it's like, all right, here's the tortilla chips. Hey, don't eat out of this one anymore. She's been into it. Because she'll take a bite of one and drool all over it and then put it back in. And then grab another one. It's like, she doesn't understand tortilla chip etiquette yet. I'm trying to teach her. Shrimp, whoops. Shrimp cocktail. That is disgusting. Those are two things that should never, ever go together. Chocolate and shrimp. I love both, but no. Remembering that one perfect coworker group, knowing it will never happen again. Yeah. Sad, man. That's sad. Sad reminiscing on that. Maybe it'll happen again. POV, when your social battery runs out and you see the most talkative person walking toward you. Oh. Be polite. Be polite. Maybe they need it. Maybe they need to trauma dump on you, okay? Just try to be engaged. It's so hard. You got to see the Odyssey in IMAX 7mm. I will be watching it in 3 to 5 months on the back of a Delta seat. Thanks. Yeah, I might watch it if it's free on Delta. If I'm ever flying again. I don't ever want to fly again, but yeah, I'm not going to the theaters. I did see that the theaters, the IMAX theaters, I think, there's not that many of them in the States. So it's really shocking that they decided to do that, but it is making a ton of money. Like a lot of money. Oh! I was like, what am I looking at here? Is this genius? I don't know. I mean, if you don't have an air freshener, which allegedly are not healthy, by the way, if you have those ones that plug into the wall, I just found this out. Use a deodorant stick. Eh? Just got a calendar invite from my boss titled Quick Chat, Good Thing. And I have never been more grateful, impressed with anyone in my life. A workplace revolutionary, to be honest. If you are a boss, that's probably a good thing. It's probably a good thing. I'm pretty sure, Megan, I have messaged you before and be like, hey, we should jump on a call in the morning. And I have not said good thing and or not fully bad thing, right? So, sorry. Sorry. Men in the past, men today. I feel like we're moving back to the men in the past. A lot of the young men today, they see the men of the millennial generation. They're like, dude, what are you guys doing? Why are you doing this to yourselves? And they're going back to what men were like in the past. In many ways, by the way, not just the way they look. Me going back to sleep because there are 33 seconds until my alarm goes off. 33 seconds of sleep could be the difference between being groggy all day and not needing another large iced latte. So, Love Island, South Africa, criticized for near all-white cast. South Africa is 8% white, so it is completely minority cast, which makes it one of the most diverse shows there is. Yeah, you gotta flip it. And actually, I believe the Earth's population as a whole is only like 8 to 10% white. So I hope they threw this back at this article. The whole internet collaborated and couldn't find what this is. I'm not sure what this is. 90% of people don't know too. If that's true, if 90% of people don't know what that is, other people that don't know what this is, somehow I know what this is. We used to get those big blocks of cheese when we were kids. And you'd shave off a slice, you know? That's how you do it. That's what that is. I think, right? Unless that's just what we use it for. Ow, 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 ow. Woman kicked out of Walmart for not wearing pajama bottoms. It's like the only place that's acceptable is Walmart. And you see half the store doing that. I don't understand it. If you want to be my lover, or you got to be my brother. I just saw, so there's overwhelming evidence to show that she did do that to commit immigration fraud. And then there's also evidence now that her sister was getting like $20 million, or her company was getting $20 million, and her address to this company was at the same address that all these Feeding Our Future fraudsters had addresses at. Very, very weird stuff going on there, and worth looking into. And it's very sad that she's probably going to get a free pass. That's what happens. Nothing's going to happen here in Minnesota because they just let it happen. They let it slide. Another Messi miracle. Yeah. Yeah. Way to go, Messi. He didn't win the gold boot, unfortunately. Didn't win the World Cup, but he's still pulling miracles. In mythology, in movie, in game, live action, in comics, in movie. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird, the casting choices they do here in Hollywood now. In the name of inclusion, right? You want to be inclusive. Even if it doesn't really make sense all the time. Silly. Today's air quality. 1990s bingo hall. Yeah. As I record this, it's the Oregon fire now. There's a fire in Oregon. By the time this video comes out, maybe that will be handled. But yeah, Canada, Oregon, there's the smoke, man. It's everywhere. Traveling with a book, fully aware you won't open it even once during your stay. Look, not proud of it, man enough to say it. I do this. I buy books all the time. I mean, I got piles of books. I got this book. I'm not even gonna show it, but it's a business book. Like, there's so many books laying around here that I've bought that I thought were a good idea to buy because I'm gonna read this, and I just don't. It's the dopamine that you get from buying the book and feeling proud of yourself. Like, I'm gonna read more. You know? Does anyone else here have the same problem? Why do they call us the left? Because if you take away all the patriotism, responsibility, individualism, colorblindness, biology, and logic, we are what's left. Yeah, that's the actual definition of the left. It is. Especially the no logic, the no reason, detachment from reality. I mean, ignorance of statistical data, unpopular and inconvenient truths, truly inconvenient truths, not the Al Gore documentary. Do you mind if we cancel? Me. Is this you? I know the feeling. Because then you don't have to be responsible, right? Then you have a future, my kids are sick excuse in the future. Because if you use it once, you can't really do it a bunch. Because then your friends will just stop inviting you. Because sometimes you do want to go, right? But not all the time. So if they cancel, then it's like, yes, it's not my fault. What is so stupid, but it actually really works. I drank creek water and got 8 days off work. Don't ever do that. I just saw a video of this. Some lady drank creek water and then it cut to her in the emergency room. You could die. Don't do that. Make sure you boil it. States where you need a valid photo ID to vote. States where you need valid photo ID for the Olive Garden never-ending pasta pass. Clown world. Sincerely, like we live in clown world. I mean, these are common sense things. And here's a good one. I'm going to keep saying this because it's a great idea. I always say this, like, not everyone should vote. I feel like that's a reasonable conclusion to draw from everything we've seen in the last 10 to 15 years. Not everyone should vote. Not everyone's cornbread is done in the middle, okay? You should be a net taxpayer to vote. That should be it. If you pay more taxes than you use, then you get to vote. You're the one funding the system. If you don't get to vote. It's as simple as that. I feel like that's perfect. Man seen in St. Petersburg, Florida, blocking a flock camera with a sign. I don't know if this is the guy. I've seen this a few times now, but one of these guys got arrested. So I'm not telling you to go out there and do that because you might get arrested. But not all heroes wear capes. These are very controversial, by the way. And I definitely don't agree with them, but they're everywhere. They're popping up everywhere. How we used to take selfies in the 90s. Ting. Yeah, we didn't take selfies. That wasn't a thing. Nobody took selfies. Maybe you tried to take a selfie when you were on a trip with your family. No one was around to take your picture and you had one of those disposable cameras, but selfies weren't a thing, man. Imagine looking JFK in the face and telling him this is what's become of his political party. JFK. That's about the only good one. I mean, if we're being honest. Moments before I pull an Irish goodbye. Yeah, that's me. It's me in the back behind the guy. You got to wait till everyone's distracted, you know, and then you slip out. You don't say anything. Don't do that. We know that. The 1960 Corvair baby cradle, touted as a safe and comfortable way to carry your baby. We can't fully blame the boomers, the Gen Xers, Because this is what they were doing. No wonder they're a little messed up, huh? Right? Did anyone do this? Did anyone put their kid like this? Or were you that kid like this? Why it's called the Midwest? Yeah, that is weird. Is it... Did they start calling it the Midwest before all of the West was a state? Because that would kind of make sense. I mean, it's more of the Middle East. And sadly, that actually kind of fits now. I don't know. Explanations. Who's got the best theory down in the comments? Cuba celebrates 60 years of rent control. Coming to a New York City near you. And people still see the real examples of this stuff and they still ask for it. They still want it. It's crazy. I guess they're going to have to find out. Cast it in the fire. Destroy it. No. Everyone's got a little pile of those, from the stupid IKEA things, the Wayfair things, right? You cannot throw it. It's a perfectly good tool. Dude, I just got one, actually a really good one. They gave me a screwdriver in the set, and it's like a reversible one. It's got a flathead and the Phillips on it. I was like, they just gave this to me for free. Amazing. This is like a $5 screwdriver. Absolutely love it. When you have the perfect meme for a situation, but you have to search through your 8,000 plus meme archive to find it. I just did this with Deeve. And it's one of those situations too where you're like, it's like, dude, what you just said totally fits this meme. I gotta find it quick. And then you're sitting there scrolling for like 2 minutes as Deeve's just standing there like, dude, come on, we have work to do. And we actually did. We were doing landscaping at his house. We're trying to sell our house, obviously. So, do you ever see something and think, wow, that is violently American? I want to eat that, but I don't want to have a heart attack. I mean, that's a Widowmaker burger right there. That's what they should call that. It does look delicious. You'd be just blasted with 3 types of amazing flavor. No, don't do that. Freddie Mercury. Mama. Everyone. Ooh. Does it really blow? Tyler, stop singing. No. Me trying to act cool behind a bus so the kids in the back don't make fun of me. It's a real fear, dude. But, you know, kids today, they're more worried about misgendering someone on the bus. And I've heard people and talked to people who actually have gotten in trouble on the bus for misgendering the furry or whoever on the bus. That they're not out there looking and trying to, you know, flip you the middle finger. Just some random guy. They've got their own set of issues to worry about now. Oh, you're going to Costco? What do you need? I don't know. Costco will tell me when I get there. That's a dangerous place to be in. You're just going there to see what they have? Dude, they have a lot of stuff that you need. Or that you think you need, I should say. Is there any history of mental illness in your family? I have a cousin who thinks voter ID is racist. They really think, they look down on groups of people and say, this group isn't smart enough to go get an ID, so we can't have voter ID laws. That's what they think. That's what they say. So do you understand what you're saying? Like, you're patronizing and talking down to an entire group of people. And you're pointing the finger and calling other people racist. It's hilarious. It really is. I couldn't sleep last night because I wanted to know why there is a U in 4, 14, 24, 34, but there is no U in 40. That is weird, actually. American. It's a crazy language, right? Not English. It's American now. Shift change. 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. Night shift. 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Day shift. We are hitting that time of year. August, man. It's when these dang flies come out. The horse flies. Ooh, those hurt, man. When my kids say, I'm hungry 10 minutes after not finishing their meal. It's a thing, dude. It's a thing. Every time. That's why you have to leave their plate on the table for a little bit. Always leave a smile wherever you go. Jeez. Okay. How did you not have them in and like have them in your back pocket and they fell out and you didn't know it? Or did they pop out of your mouth? Dang. Hope you come back and get your dentures, man. No, you can't pay attention to what cards I've used. That's card counting. Using strategy is against the rules. You can only use blind luck. Security. Any blackjack players, have you been kicked out? And Megan, you used to be a blackjack dealer. Have you ever seen someone get kicked out for card dealing? Have you ever ratted on someone as a dealer saying, hey, pit boss, this guy's counting? I gotta know. If you know what movie this is from, you are cool in my book. Anyone? Anyone? I'm gonna go ahead and say, yes, we're about to rank a movie. This is Stand By Me, if you didn't know that. I'm gonna say top 100 movie of all time. Phenomenal movie. Love it. Coming of age, dark movie with a lot of humor in it. This is a great scene. This photo of a McDonald's play place in 2026 is going viral. Is that real? If this is real, that is very depressing. Very depressing. Sad, man. Little House on the Prairie. So inclusive, right? I'm actually surprised they didn't do this. Has anyone watched the show, the Little House on the Prairie remake? I haven't, I won't, but I know it's a thing. C-SPAN created a poll. Would you pay more taxes for free education and healthcare? 33% yes, 67% no. You keep using that word, I don't think it means what you think it means. And the hilarious part about this dialogue is that I want to say like 52%, the bottom 52% of Americans pay zero of the income taxes. Zero. They pay zero of the taxes. So we kind of already have a system where the higher earning people pay the taxes. We do have a system of that. So I don't know what people complain about. And we have a lot of free stuff already, like a lot, way more than we should. Redneck crock pot. Oh, dang. I'm not saying that's a genius idea, but that's kind of a genius idea. Well, I mean, that's kind of a genius idea, dude. What happens when you join the Democrats? Man, it's sad. It's so sad. A true mind virus. It really is. It's a mind virus. It totally warps your sense of reality in 2026. The party wasn't always like this, obviously, but it is today, for sure. And I don't know how any sane people can look at what they believe and agree with it and vote for it. Unless life also hands you sugar and water, your lemonade is going to suck. Yeah, that is kind of a bad saying. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. You also need other stuff. And it will not taste good if it's just lemons. Forgive and revenge. You can do that, but don't do that. Harry and Meghan for Time magazine. This looks like Harry is her hairdresser looking into the mirror explaining what he did to her layers. I know it has to be one of the most emasculating photos of all time, because that's exactly what it looks like. And whoever is responsible for her, like, they did the worst publicity job in history. I mean, she's got to be one of the most unlikable and unliked celebrities in history. Truly. You fall asleep at your friend's house and they forgot to give you a blanket. Look at this dog, dude. Oh, that's funny. We had less and somehow more. Man, those were fun times. They were. When people actually got together, and we still do that with our friends now and their kids, but do kids do this anymore? Do they just get together and hang out like with no phones or no iPhones or nothing? You're literally there just hanging out and talking? That's it. Do kids in middle school and high school still do that? I hope so. I do. And if they do, I hope they put the phones in a basket and just ignore them. How'd you do in today's game? Did you laugh at all? If you did, you lose. You got to take that shot of dill pickle juice in honor of Teef. Let me know how you did down in the comments. While you're down there, please like this video. Please help us get it recommended to others. That's it for today's game. Until next time, I'm Tyler Zed, and this is Zeducation.
On Iran and the NDAA.
Idiots.